mi wari lo bub lo mi falaya lo future lo keta mi lo safe ba mi talle mo chobone ba sometime ba mi tet ba mi live bol keta no mo oli stop oli lukatem la lo keta mi sorry lo keta petam lo mi kolosap ba mi ko ol bub lo mi oli stop oli lukatem la.
The effect of climate change has been affected these people for the last decade because especially those who are living on the small islands. Like giving an example, in my atoll you cannot plant food anymore because there's presence of salinity within the ground. We can't plant food anymore. You can't. You just can't.
After the recovery project, we really happy of what the ADB has done for us because it helped us a lot. We can hop into the bus, go to town. It takes us less time and less money. Even in cyclone season, there is no problem.
The ADB funding was put in the National Transport Fund. This funded projects like improvement of roads, building of new bridges, and extension of new roads.
ADF is very important video for small island countries, including Solomon Islands, because the facilities allows us to get concessional funding, including a mixture of grant and loan elements.
ADF has been very instrumental in 3 areas as per the request of the government in transport sector, energy sector and also agriculture sector. The best value added of ADF is that it has remained very focused and it has delivered on the basis of priorities of the government of Afghanistan.
Sometimes donors come with they have specific mandates to address this, and some come with the same ones too, so there's a lot of duplication. They should come and actually see for themselves, or even before that they should undertake some consultations. But right now I think it's only with the national government, and most of these from the national government don't even go out to the provinces and actually consult them on what they need.
62 donors operating in very small countries. The bandwidth for these countries to deal with a whole number of development partners while at the same time dealing with all of their domestic challenges is really a big issue. And so coordination among donors is really critical to not put too much of a burden on these governments that are already dealing with a lot of challenges.
We have streamlined our procurement processes in the government, and what we really need ADB is to do further capacity building, on-the-job training of our project coordinators or institutions or units within the government so that they can adhere to the best practices both internationally but also be agile to the country needs. There's a lot of relevance for ADB and ADF financing to continue in the next couple of years, but also explore other areas of blended financing so that the country can really embark on its paths to self-reliance.
Definitely, we will need more of the resources that ADB is giving us to fund these priorities and making sure that people are getting what they're supposed to be getting from the national plans.
National governments don't have sufficient funds to cater for whatever areas of climate change. So the role of private sector to come in and chip in and assist the government, that would be very, very useful. Solomon Islands is one of the most expensive countries in terms of fuel. I think it is the most expensive country here in the region. So I think that's one area where the private sector can chip in and certainly assist, in terms of providing cheaper power for everybody.
De-risking investments in the energy sector has the potential to provide a sort of demonstration case. If these particular examples get off the ground, I think it's going to be a really important signal to other investors that there are investment opportunities and sound investment opportunities in the energy sector and in other sectors in the Pacific.
If we look at the integrated approach, that means we look at not only climate change impacts, but also looking at the other risk reduction impacts. Better understanding of the issue will help us to better respond to the impacts.